Hello, and welcome to Guardians of Parna. Cooge is running late, but he'll be here soon enough. Until then, we're going to see where the party finds themselves and get into it. Where the party finds themselves is this. Last episode, things happened. What happened? Oh, yes. Well, most of you killed a dragon, taking down Tractyl the Red, who terrorized and destroyed the city or town village of Tarfon, and loomed, which many those of Parna believed they were next, and mass panic ensued over just a few days and many hours. The Guardians dispatched, took many prizes and relics, and returned to their city, where they are beginning to be revered as the Guardians, actually showing some weight and killing a big beast that was looming over the city has earned them lots of favor in many eyes, and they basically got to the city, sent the Dragon Heart to the Crazy Wisp, and you guys are finding your way back to just chill out. Meanwhile, Chitter and Bearwolf, along with Savin, found themselves in the Feywild, where they pleaded and talked to Queen Titiana, the patron that Bearwolf worships, who has granted him his powers, and you guys basically made a deal for a scroll in which you would stop the Queen of Air and Darkness from coming to the material plane. You plane shifted back to the material plane and found that you were in Parna, but your friends had arrived the day prior, and you had a little bit of wonky time travel as a result. And Chitter did not make his wisdom saving throw and remembers nothing that happened while on the Feywild. Where we will find ourselves is with Zan Falcon, Zynes, Inna, as you are, and Chad. Sorry, you were all the way up there. I didn't see you. As you make your way back to the temple, exhausted, ready to probably just jump into bed for the night. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
I would first like to thank the temple for restoring my door to my room, and make sure that Unora has a place to stay for the night. If not, I could be persuaded to offer my lodgings. I mean,
As you guys come through the door, you all ready to disperse. Satine greets you as there wasn't much of a panic around the temple, and there still is no panic as things are still continuing to be as they were. He greets you. Welcome back, Guardians.
I'll bow to him and kind of nod and say thank you, and hope all was well while we were gone.
Where are Chitter and Bearwolf? They seem to not be with you.
They disappeared in between the Battle of the Dragon, and we have not seen them since we've slain the dragon. They were supposed to have come here. Did they not?
We have not seen them yet.
Yes, that's what the Tokar said as well. They were supposed to come back and give a warning because we lost the dragon for a moment, but they never returned to us, and I guess they haven't been here.
That is quite concerning. Do you have any idea where they have gone?
They were supposed to have come here. That's what we had discussed.
I saw Devward from the dragon, and they were supposed to originally have come here to entrust his life in your hands and to warn everybody and then come back to us, but we have not seen.
I saw that they grabbed a necklace and shifted away. They were supposed to come here, I believe. That's all I can remember.
Yes, I do remember Beowulf having a necklace of plane shift. If he used that, it would not have brought him here directly. Well, I hope that they do come soon, as you can probably imagine, I am overjoyed. It is most excellent that you have killed a dragon. It is quite exciting. It is great news that you have saved the city. You are becoming the guardians of Parna. Although you may know what I'm going to ask next. Do you know if, after you've recovered, you will be ready for your final trial and ceremonies?
I suppose that would depend on when Chitter or Beowulf arrived.
And what is the
Quite,
final?
as you should take this final challenge on together. It would not be right for only some of you to go.
Not to downplay anything here, but I think a few of us need a day or two off for recovery's sake.
Only after you've recovered. It is, of course, my job to make sure that your final trial and ceremonies are completed. But I do understand that the dragon was odd circumstances, and I am glad we are rid of him.
Does the temple have anything to do with helping Turfan after being raised by the dragon? Are they helping with anything over there?
Yes, what's the word from Tarfon?
Did y'all take in any refugees? Were there any lives spared?
There was only one survivor that ran through the night after Tarfon was attacked. She arrived and told us of the news. Other than that, we have been putting together forces to go and help. A recovery team has been sent from the Tokar's palace, and we have been informed that they will tell us when and what they need next.
We've been there. There's nothing there to recover. Yeah.
We've been there? We haven't been there.
I swore we were there.
No, we never went there.
Oh, I mean, no, we've never been there.
We left Parna, went to the dragon, and came back. We never went to Tarfon.
And you need to lay off the booze for a little while.
Those are really good.
He doesn't want to walk that far.
Also, be thinking of a name for yourselves. If the Guardians suit you, then so be it.
Zan
but
and his band?
It is merely a title that you are given. If another name suits your group, then that is what we will use at your final naming ceremony.
Zan the Magnificent and his minions?
Apparently,
A
nobody
name,
remembers.
a name for everyone, Zan. A name for everyone.
Apparently, no one remembers that there were ever Guardians of Parna, so that name doesn't really carry anything with it.
But from what I hear, it is starting to come back, slowly, as I thought it would. Is there anything else that I can help you with while you are here?
Can you send word to Tom that when he gets a free moment to stop by?
I will relay the message.
Thanks. I would really like to see my friend Tom.
Zan, before we disperse for the night, do you think you'd mind, throwing a little charges towards the rod?
Yeah, I'm gonna check out what this mace does anyway, so yeah, definitely.
Have a good night, and if anything you learn about Chitter and Beowulf, and you are ready for your final trial, please come and seek my presence.
One moment before we disperse, may I ask a question? Just purely hypothetical.
I am good with hypothetical questions.
If somehow Beowulf doesn't make it back, can Unora become a guardian?
She speaks up from the back. I will discuss that with him. You don't need to have an answer. That is something I would need to spend in meditation.
All right, Jave, let's go charge that one. Or Zion, let's go charge that rod.
Chad goes to the temple and prays for height again.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let me, X just, Discord me, how many charges you're able to give me.
Is it just one charge for charge? I thought, isn't it different for the spell levels? I should have this written down in my notes somewhere.
Yeah, the level of the spell is how many charges I get. So if it's a third level spell, I get 3 charges.
Did you get that, Dreve?
The rod is fully charged.
Oh, yeah.
For the first time ever.
I mean, I kind of threw everything I had at it, legitimately.
So, Zan Falcon, Chad, after praying, and Zines and Inna, you're all going to your rooms, correct?
Yeah, but I need you to give me that mace. Do you remember that mace identification from a couple weeks ago? The one-handed mace that was picked up out of the, that you said was magical?
It should already be in your journal.
I like the name.
Yeah, it should be in your journal. Okay, so as you guys make it to your rooms for the evening, you walk in and everything is normal. However, each of you have a parcel and a letter on your bed.
Yay, I love presents.
I think Zines is probably just too exhausted and too tired. She's just probably going to just pass out and deal with it in the morning.
Chad feels
Okay.
great and likes presents, so he opens it immediately and doesn't read the letter because he can't read.
I didn't plan for this.
Is it in Dwarvish? Do I need to read it to him?
It's not in Dwarvish, but if he can't read, then he can't read. Okay, so then you find... I gotta read through this then. You find...
Well, Zen can't read, but in his wonderful scheming, he's going to pop Kuhu out of his pocket dungeon, send it over to Noara, and request her assistance in reading whatever wonderful thing was found on his bed.
Okay. Chad, your parcel contains 1 potion, 3 javelins, a key, and a very nice looking piece of paper.
I open my door and see if any of the acolytes are walking by.
Roll a perception check. You pop your head out, and there is nobody in the hallway.
I'll wander down the hallway and look for someone.
Okay.
Actually, we're all like in a dormitory, kind of like we live near each other, right?
Yes.
I would go to Thunder
your
Kitty.
Rooms are all in the same. You'll find who?
I would go to Zines' room. Sorry to bother you. Can you read this to me?
Come on, man.
Okay, thanks.
I just like yawn and stretch and then kind of like rub the crispies out of the eyes.
Sorry.
His letter is now in your journal.
Do you want me to read it out loud or do you want me to go read it in the Secrets channel to you?
Just read it here. That's fine.
It's it looks like it's from the Crazy Wisp. It says, Dearest Chad, I regret to inform you that I have had to move away from Parna. Business was going well, however, the threat of a dragon does not bid me well. I am making the split-second decision to go to Stillwater. I do not know what I will do there, but I know I will be safer. I hope. I have given each of you a gift as a memory of me or what I still owed you. It is a gift because I do not require payment. Please tell Plant. Man. Yeah, he is a man. Zan, that's it. He can keep the loner sword. I no longer need it. Well, maybe. No, I do not. As for you, old friend, I have given you 2 things. This first is a potion which will change one thing about you. I never want you to change, but you might, if that day comes, to drink the potion and focus on one aspect you want to change about yourself. This is not a wish, if you are familiar with those, but it will help you become better if you desire. Farewell, Chad. And I hope our paths cross again soon. Ah, yes, I have also given you a few magical javelins, which are +1s. 1 second. Sunny's gotta take a drink and cut her throat again. And one more thing. Philip is going to continue to run my establishment in Parna. Be good to him. He's fragile. I have given him instructions to make you the sole beneficiary of all sales and management decisions. You are now the owner of the Crazy Wisp. Please use it as a base of operations or continue to use it as a store. It has served me well as the shack that it is. Oh, beware of the basement. It is still a bit of a mess. You have been a good friend, and I know you will do the city proud. Be well, Chad, and do visit, and tell Maleficent that I love her dearly. Signed, the Crazy Wisp.
I'm sorry, tell who that he loves her dearly?
It's kind of hard to read his handwriting. I think it says Maleficent.
Oh, his daughter. Okay. Oh my god, that was cool.
Congratulations. Can I go to sleep now?
Yes, thank you. And I go back and think about the potion and think hard while you go to somebody else.
By this time, as you're leaving your room, you see Unaora is coming down the hall with a Kahoo on her shoulder, who is kind of like leading her. And Zan, you hear,
Come in. Yes, come in.
the owls brought me to you.
I was wondering if you could assist me in my need. There's things written here that I can't read, and would you be so kind to help illuminate this situation for me?
Well, if you're not busy, I was actually on my way down to the cafeteria for a drink, and
Shall
wondering
I-
if you would join me.
Yes, I would love to escort you, ma'am. So I'll grab the letter and like tuck it in my arm and offer her my arm, see if she'll take it.
She does. Keeping Kahoo on her shoulder, you guys make your way down towards the cafeteria.
Who nuzzles up against her neck a little, and just kind of, makes a couple little quiet little whoo.
All right. You guys make it down. You engage in some small talk, before she gets to the letter. She's thanking you for all you've done. Really excited about working with you guys. Tells you how she does have to return to Liln in the morning. But she's going to go to Stillwater and give news of the dragon to the Sovereign. She's going to tell of the dragon. She's going to tell everyone of how brave Acklin was and what a great fighter he was. Everyone will hear of what the Guardians have done. And then she kind of, I guess we should get to this. She opens the letter. Do you know a crazy wisp?
Oh, yes.
All right, well, I'm going to read this as it is, so bear with me. Can, fan, man, dan, no, zan, yes. Here is my parting gift to you. The sword which you have gave me to enchant. I have done so and made it a +1 short sword, which now uses a 1d8 as its damage die. I don't know what this means. There is no payment necessary. I have also included 100 gold pieces that you gave me when I was most in need. Thank you. Signed, the Crazy Wisp.
He's a good man. Good man.
Okay, so she hands you back the letter.
I thank her for assisting me, put it in my back pocket. And as we sit down and enjoy each other's company and a few drinks, before we depart for the evening. I'm very understanding of her situation and stuff like that. From my pocket, I reach out and grab an old tattered piece of cloth that was from a banner that after I was kind of exiled from my family, went on my travels and became who I am now. The Zan, the performer, the bard. That it was something that I collected from in my travels and meant a lot to me because it was my adventure and discovery of myself and led me to elevate myself beyond just my family's name and what they created. And instead of her gifting me something to remember her by, I in turn give this to her and as my favor, and tell her to keep it close. If she needs anything, let me know. And I tell her I won't be a stranger. I've been through there before, and I'll be through there again. And I'll give her that.
It was nice to meet you, Zan Falcon.
Of course, the pleasure was all mine.
Okay, and then you guys can stay down there as long as you wish.
Can I have the letter in my inventory?
Yes, sorry.
Zines will write up a letter in pictures for him.
Chad appreciates it.
And then she's going back to sleep.
What did I get?
Your letter is in your journal, and I will read it in the voice of the Crazy Wisp if you like.
I said, of course I would like.
All right. Dear Pretty Girl 2, here is a quiver I had lying around that it looked like you could use. It won't do me much good. Actually, I could have sold this. Anyways, be good to Chad and keep him alive. Freefield, visit me in Stillwater. Crazy Wisp. And your parcel contains an efficient quiver.
Oh, you're pretty girl too.
I'm pretty girl too, isn't that cute? So I have a quiver that automatically refills already.
Right.
So what does this one do?
I put it in your journal.
Duh.
If you guys have any questions about your items, I didn't make specific because some of them aren't too crazy, so I didn't make specific things for you. But I think I gave you all the information you need to put them into your character sheets. So anybody want to do anything else before going to bed? And we'll time jump.
No, I'll open my letter in the morning.
Okay.
Zines is just too exhausted. Monkey traveling around and getting burnt by dragons. She's done.
Yeah, I'm going to concentrate on being big and drink the potion.
Okay. Now you want to be normal size? You want to be big?
Goliath.
I would think that I would think about being what I consider to be my normal height, but what I actually think is a little bit taller than I am. I have that self,
Sure.
enlargement.
Napoleon syndrome?
So yeah, well, not that so much. It's just I just feel like I'm taller than I am. So maybe like just a couple inches taller than normal dwarf height.
Okay. You drink the potion, you focus really, really hard. That is one thing you would love to change about yourself. And as you do, your arms start to almost instantaneously extend. Your legs extend. Everything grows in proportion to itself, and you return to your normal form, albeit maybe a little bigger, an inch or two taller, maybe a little more girthier, just a little bit, more for flavor. But you have returned to Swizz still a medium size.
Which
The armor.
I feel is just normal.
Right.
That armor is fitting a bit more snug around
It's
the
okay.
waist.
I have a replacement set of armor that I've really wanted to wear for a very long time now.
Just the armor does go with him, obviously, but yeah, you can definitely change out armor if you
Because
wish
magic.
to. Because magic.
It's magic,
And while you do a time shift or other people, I'll work on fitting my new armor.
Before we time jump, because I know we're going to time jump to when they arrive, I'll go ahead and I will open my package the next morning as soon as I wake up.
We can do that at least. You guys, I take, are probably all sleeping, so you're getting a full rest. You're getting half your hit dice. You're getting restored. So first thing, Zynes wakes up. It's Christmas morning. She wants to tear into her letter and parcel. All right, your letter is in your journal, and I will read it if you so desire.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Dear Pretty Girl 1, thank you for your friends have done all you have done over the past few weeks for my shop and my betterment. I will miss you, but only a little. Please feel free to come over to Stillwater and see me. Enjoy the potion. Oh, by the way, it will give you the permanent ability to add +1 to your ranged spell attacks and give you your proficiency in Arcana checks. The Crazy Wisp.
I love that guy.
I love that the Wisp can metagame. That's crazy.
You hush.
It's something he would do, like Deadpool. He breaks down that fourth wall.
I think it's great. I think it's the best NPC we've met so far, other than Una Aura, of course.
So you down your potion, and that is immediately added to you and cannot be negated or taken away.
Is that to the attack rolls? Is it to only attack rolls, or is it to attack and damage?
Attack and damage was what I intended.
Cool.
Yes.
Man, where was Zen at whenever,
That would have been hilarious.
what happened? Like, oh, what you got to drink?
I can't wait to see what Barrel's package contains. All he got was a rock, like Charlie Brown.
I got a rock.
Yeah, pet rock.
We have a secret friendship, so I might get something cool. I don't know.
Secret? Is he in on the secret?
Yeah, I did a whole side journey with him.
In the Secrets channel.
I just realized I have very few ranged spell attacks at this moment. That's awesome.
Well,
Hey, no, I take it. This is awesome.
That's crazy.
so you guys wake up. I'm going to ask, are you going to go looking for your friends, or do you have other things?
Breakfast!
You could definitely do breakfast.
Yeah, definitely breakfast. I need to pick up some dried meats off the table, I got things to quaff.
Solid priorities, guys.
Definitely breakfast, but of course.
Oh, like Chitter wouldn't prioritize food first.
I'll just find some in the street.
I gotta go open up the store.
Philip will take care of it.
Remember, he's fragile.
It's written. Yeah, I see the picture.
It's got a picture of Philip, and then it's got a picture of Chad breaking him in half.
He's Philip made out of glass.
Yeah.
I should break Philip?
As we go down to breakfast, I'll pull Chad aside and ask him if he's ever thought of using a bludgeoning tool to smite things.
I haven't thought of it, no.
Well, I have a mace, my friend. Would you be curious in using it, or shall I just sell it?
I would sell it to the Crazy Wisp.
Which is now you!
Which is me. No,
I don't know that, guys. Remember, I wasn't part of that.
yeah.
Retoken it to the crazy Chad.
All right.
No, I'm pretty happy with kindness at the moment.
All right, then I'll keep it.
Cool.
All right, what are you guys doing? Priorities. What do you you don't have to go. I'm just asking what you're doing so that I can make the appropriate
On the way down to breakfast, I check Chitter and Bear's room to see if they're there.
They are. Make a perception check. You pop your head in real quick. The rooms seem untouched, but definitely no people in there.
Who's the guy here? Satine?
Satine is your guys' main contact, yeah.
You'd think after 18 episodes I could remember that, but whatever. I'll find him and see if there's any word on Tarfon.
Not of yet, no.
Did Tom ever reach out to me? He never came to my room.
He didn't come by your room. He can find you at breakfast. Is there something you need?
Hey, Tom. Good seeing you again. Remember all those papers with the things that I couldn't read on them? Did you ever find anything worth merit out of all that?
Yes, I did. It's been a little bit. How much time do you have?
A few days.
Well, here's the short of it. Are you familiar with the Keepers of Magic?
Indeed. I've had a few run-ins with them.
Are you familiar with the Dark Mages?
We spoke about them.
Okay. Well, from what I've heard, they're not a good group to get messed with. They are essentially a group of mages. From what the letters say, they are the arch rivals of the Keepers. So while the Keepers, as you may know, want to, and he starts to sit down and he grabs some bacon from in front of you. He's eating while he's telling you this. He's like, well, the Keepers want to keep magical items away from others. The Dark Mages are seeking those items to use them for whatever nasty diabolical plots that they may have going on. The letters that you found were from a couple of different watchtowers that the Keepers have among Calriga, talking about different items and where they may be, because the Keepers are always looking for more magical items. So there were a couple of that seemed hadn't been found yet. I figured you would want to know what those are. And he slides you this piece of paper. I have written them down as such. And the Dark Mages seem to be planning something, but it didn't say what.
Is there a chance that maybe Parna has been infiltrated by these Dark Mages and maybe some things or some people may not be as they appear?
Most definitely.
Should we look and say something to Satine about the temple? Has it gone that far, you think? Or maybe just those in power?
No. I think this is way under. I don't even think the Keepers know that the Dark Mages are in Parna. It could be that secret.
All right, I will definitely then try to get an audience with the Keepers of Magic and see if we can... do you have the paperwork in the study so I can go pick it up and bring it to them?
Yeah, I still got all the letters over there.
All right, fantastic. Thank you. I'll pick them up.
You're welcome. And he takes an apple and skitters off.
Tom's such a good guy. He's the bestest friend. Almost as good as the Crazy Wisp. So with the gamut of food that we have here, is there enough to kind of take some smoked or dehydrated meats and shove them in the bag and kind of refill some of my rations?
Of course. What would you guys like to do?
I think I'm gonna go.
You're well fed.
Sorry, I was gonna go with Zinies. I think we were talking something about apothecary.
I put up my list.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
Number 7.
I'm going in that order.
Okay.
Well, I will tell my friends that I'm going to the market for a few items and things, and they are free to join me if they'd like.
I wouldn't mind checking in with Philip.
We can stop by the Crazy Wisp. Should we get a sign for it that says under new management?
I'll go shopping too.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the Crazy Wisp, but I would like to check it out first. Especially the basement part.
Okay. Roll a perception check, Zan. You do not see Una Orba or Corbin. They have both, what you assume after your conversation, they both left as they fulfilled their part of the party.
Do we know if they're teleporting back like how we originally traveled, or?
You have no idea.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, so you guys are setting out, sounds like. All of you guys, okay, cool. So as you start on your shopping adventure, we will shift then, as it is roughly about the same time that Chitter, Bearwolf, Savin, and a dead Davward poof, into the Tower District. You guys have already gotten Raspeed's attention, and you are currently on your way. You're on the elevator up to see Tokar Wallow. Savin has just been, this is not good. This is not good. I gotta get back.
Well, first we need to talk to the Tokar about I forgot his name.
Davward?
Davward.
Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine. But let me tell you something. After this, I'm out. I have to get back.
I understand, Sabin. We'll be done soon.
He kind of like adjusts his arms and like huffs. About this time, you hear the loud mechanical noises stop as you have reached the top of the tower. The Tokar's doors are open, and he seems to be in the middle of the room, ushering you.
Go forward.
Same.
You guys make it to right in front of him, and Savin just lets Davward down as he just can't anymore. The Tokar will start to greet you, and I have been informed that he like notices exactly what is transpiring. How did this happen?
We had a mix-up in the Feywild.
What made you think that it was a good idea to go jumping from plane to plane?
Well, we were trying to get here to warn the town of the possible dragon attack. As a means of transportation, I used my amulet to jump to the Feywild, and then we jumped from the Feywild to here. Seeing as the amulet doesn't let you jump from the same plane, jump to the same plane.
Where are the others? Where are your friends?
We don't know. But last we saw, they were at the dragon's cave waiting for it to come back.
Well, I mean, you have not met with them?
No, we just got back probably 20 minutes ago.
I'm saying I met with them yesterday.
So the dragon is
Dead.
How long were we gone?
I haven't seen you all for a while, but you specifically, I have no idea.
Oh wow. Yeah, but while we were in the Feywild, Davward had fallen. We rescued him temporarily from the dragon's cave, and he was already pretty weak when we got to the Feywild, so it wasn't really a good turnout.
Well, as Tarfon has been destroyed, we must have a proper burial for him.
I agree.
I will have him buried in the royal burial ground.
When do you expect the funeral service to be?
With short notice, we could get things ready in 2 days' time.
I can make sure to notify all the guardians and some of the Satine and the acolytes to help throw a proper burial.
This is something that will spread around the city as he will be honored as a hero.
I understand.
On a somewhat happier note, have you heard when you will officially become guardians? I take it the answer is no.
No.
I believe Satine is planning a very big event for when that does occur.
Party.
But now is not the time for joyous occasions. He kind of points over to Savin. And who are you? He kind of looks over to you guys. I don't have time for this.
He was one of our companions during the dragon encounter, and apparently he has places to be at this moment.
He should be honored too, though.
It's really not that big of a deal. Didn't even kill the dragon.
Still helped fight it.
You maimed it a little bit.
Meh. Anyways, I'm Savin. I'm from Dewhurst. I'm kind of a big deal. And I gotta go back there so that they know that the dragon isn't coming for them. So it's nice to meet you, sir. And I'm sorry about this. I have already berated this one. He knows that he screwed up. So
Could the Keepers of Magic perhaps help him get
I was gonna say,
there faster?
can we accommodate him transport? By we, I'm referring to Tokar and the people of Parna.
Keepers of
Accommodate
Magic.
him. Yeah.
I have my ways of getting there. I'll be fine.
We're
Wait,
just trying to be
You
humble.
have your ways of getting there?
Yes.
What ways? Magic ways?
We're not doing this right now. It doesn't matter.
Ways that could have got us back from the Dragon Cave faster?
No, don't be ridiculous.
Well, thank you for your help, Savin.
He just turns around and I'm taking the stairs.
Kicks
Can't
him
skip
down.
leg day.
Well, he is quite the charmer, is he not?
I like him.
Yes, 2 days' time we will have Davward buried and honored, and once the funeral has been over, I believe we will be celebrating. We will be celebrating the fall of this dragon. You have saved our city.
All right. Thank you for your time, Tokar, and we'll see you in 2 days.
Can we leave the body here?
You
I'm
may.
not
I
taking
will.
it.
I will have Respite come and get him where he needs to be.
Oh, he'll like that.
He will. He is very helpful.
Okay, I guess we'll head back to the temple, look for our friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Beowulf, tell me about the Feywild. What happened there? There was a fight. Davward died. What? Did you fight? Did you win? What?
Well, we got there, and I was trying to talk to my Patreon for assistance on the dragon when we encountered wisps. And they said face us, so we decided to start fighting them. And then you left us by running in behind a door and shutting it.
And you were fine. You killed all the wisps.
I don't know what happened after that. All I remember is being brought into a room where you were in front of my Patreon.
I must have knew something that you didn't.
All I can tell you is you love that place and you don't even remember it.
Well, it can't be too good not to remember it.
But yeah, I screwed up.
I was waiting for a story about how you fought off like 700 ninjas or something.
Nope. Pretty lights. and failed. They kind of hurt.
Photons. Cool. So we'll head back to the temple.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Both of us?
Mhm. As you guys start getting back to the temple, and things are starting to get kind of back into normal paces, you start, just what are you just trying to go back? Are you trying to find Satine, trying to find your friends? What are you guys doing?
We still haven't rested from our first dragon encounter, so I would imagine we're both pretty exhausted.
I feel good, but I'll just follow Bear.
Yeah, no, Bear wants to go pass out. He wants to go to sleep.
Okay, just so you're aware, it is like 9 or 10 in the morning.
Oh, understandable. I
So-
guess he'll fight through it so he doesn't screw up his sleeping schedule.
I'm just making you aware. You can do whatever you like.
No, I understand. No, he'll stay awake then.
We still want to find them anyway, so we'll go back to the
Yeah.
temple.
Okay. As you roll investigation checks as well, looking for them. Okay, you look, asking around. You figure out that they have gone out for the day. They are back at the temple, but they have gone out. But as you're kind of, talking different acolytes and making yourselves back, you notice there are some strange and unfamiliar acolyte faces. You don't really recognize them.
I'd like to find Satine.
Yeah, I'd go talk to Satine about it.
Easily found.
Satine, how are companions?
It's very good to see both of you. The rest of them have returned, and they had a very well, I hope, night's sleep here.
I've noticed new monks among the temple. New acolytes. What's going on? Refugees?
No, I didn't quite notice. Our numbers don't usually change.
Did you admit new people to the temple, or
No, our numbers stay very much the same unless we have a few coming in and going out to various other temples on pilgrimages and such, but normally the number we have is the number we have.
do you think we should investigate such anomaly?
It does sound quite strange to me. You wouldn't mind, would you?
I mean, sure, I can help out.
That would be very much appreciated, as I have not noticed.
Well, if you'd like to rest, Bear, I can check it out, or we can go together. Get some food first.
Yeah, we can go together.
Okay. We can go to the cafeteria and try and find a new acolyte while we're eating or something.
They stay mostly to themselves. The ones that you've noticed are different, but they seem to be doing normal acolyte activities.
Are there any eating?
No, not currently.
I'd like to try to find like the closest one that I that I feel like is new and try to talk to them.
You notice there's one seems to be doing some book study in the room adjacent.
I approach him.
Okay, he continues just scribing in his tome with a book next to him.
Good morning.
Continues writing.
Hello, you there?
Chitter slaps a hand on his shoulder and does one of these where he's like a little tight, like, "Hey, buddy."
He doesn't meet your eyes, but he does acknowledge your presence.
My friend was trying to address you.
He clears his throat a little bit. Yes.
Seeing a couple of new familiar faces around here. Were you recently admitted into the temple?
Yes, I was given passage a few days ago
By whom?
by Revorhu himself.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Nice
He-
insight.
Seems to be covering something up. He is there for some reason, and he is not telling you what it is.
All right, buddy. Listen, we are frequent stayers at this temple, and we've been noticing a bunch of friendly faces around, or not friendly, but different faces around here that we're not used to seeing, and we feel something's amiss. And you were one, and so I'm coming to you to ask what is going on.
I told you, Revorhu has asked me here, and I am here to seek his enlightenment and his humble nature.
Revorhu may have asked you to be here, but have you spoken to Satine at all?
Who?
All right. Either you can come with us to the headmaster of the temple, or you can tell us what's going on.
He continues down and looks just like writing in his book.
Can I intimidate him?
I want to take the book and throw it across the room or slide it off the table.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can both roll intimidation checks.
Good cop, bad cop, let's go.
So you like sweep his book out from in front of him and he just kind of stares. But then you tell him, you need to tell us what's going on. And he kind of like looks, he meets eyes with you. And you can see now the hood that was covering his face. He has a long gash down what would be his eye this way. And he looks like generally rough. Not someone that may be seeking guidance from a god.
How'd you get that gnarly scar, buddy?
I have other things to attend to, and he starts to get up and walk away.
Cheddar
Oh.
puts his hand back on his shoulder and shoves him back down in the chair.
And I'll kind of position my body so that he can't go that way.
Do you want to tell us why you're really here?
You wouldn't happen to know a Zan Falcon, would you?
Depends who's concerned.
Doesn't matter who's concerned. I just need to know where he is.
I think it does matter. And I unsnap the holster on my dagger on my leg.
You watch as one of his hands disappears within his robe as well. Fine. Someone in Dewhurst needs him, and I was here to get him.
By getting him, are you referring to taking him by force or just asking for his help?
I'll take him however you'll give him to me, but I need him.
Who asked you?
It doesn't matter.
It matters to us.
Well, I'm not going to tell you now, am I?
All right,
Cheddar.
what's going on?
Cheddar, I feel we should bring him to Satine, but we need to restrain him in the meantime, so if you have any rope.
Sure, got some rope.
It's at this time that a couple of the acolytes that you guys are familiar with, is everything all right? What's going on? You're starting to make a scene.
We have business with Satine. If you could either call him here or tell him we're coming.
We're looking into matters for him, and we seem to found a lead.
Oh, okay. I mean, Satine's not far. You guys just basically moved one room over, so they can kind of bring him right over. The perp is still in his chair, just looking very annoyed.
And what's his race?
He's human.
Satine, we found this gentleman, and he's been asking for Zan Falcon?
He's been sent from Dewhurst.
Is this true? As I told your friends, I am here to collect a Zan Falcon. If you're not going to give him to me, then I am glad to leave and find him my own way. Well, it's very concerning that you were able to find yourself among our ranks. Beowulf, Chitter, how do you see we should?
I feel we should round up all the new acolytes and kind of quarantine them or
Put them in the tunnels.
Put them in the tunnels. We need to secure them in a location so our friends can arrive and we can solve this with everybody else. See why they want Zan.
I won't give you the others. Don't you worry about that.
We know faces around here. We'll find out who's who.
We have a guy who's pretty good at smashing doors. Imagine what he can do to faces.
And I've got a rat with a nose like a bloodhound.
You can try. You can try.
Beowulf takes his quartering staff and just smacks him in the face with it because he's being a little cocky.
I'm not worried.
Satine, is there a place that we can secure him for the time being?
Yes. Right here is, well, no, there's studying going on. Tie him up. We'll take the whole chair and the whole, and put him in the back chapel. There's only one way in and one way out, and we will guard the doors.
All right, we'll do that then.
Okay. You guys take some rope that is around. You tie him real good. You and a couple of the acolytes can like lift the whole chair, and you guys take him to the back chapel temple area where Chitter, you found all the acolytes at that one time. So you guys are back there. You set him down, and then you can position a few to guard the door until you do whatever else you're going to do.
I think we would, well, I know Beryl would probably stay at the temple in case something else were to happen, waiting for everybody to get back in the meantime.
Okay. So you guys are basically going to guard this guy until the rest appear and you guys can all figure out what to do.
Did you want to rest, Beowulf, while I help guard with the acolytes?
I can do a short rest while waiting.
Did you want to go to your room?
Yeah, I can do that. But Beowulf would also ask Satine that he send an acolyte to go find the others to give them word that one, that we're back, and two, there's some stuff going on at the temple that may need some assistance.
Maybe we could send for a Tokar, or maybe wait till things escalate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll hold off.
I'm not sure quite where they went this morning, but I will send someone to find them, and hopefully we can get this matter taken care of.
Send Tom. He seems to be a favorite.
I will do that.
All right. Beryl's gonna head off to his room to take a short rest.
Okay. When you get to your room, you also have a parcel and a letter.
Beryl picks up the letter to read it.
Via the Wisp.
It's magical voice recording.
Would you like me to read it to you?
Yeah.
Dearest Esmeralda, your eyes are like glittering stars. You have the prettiest arms a man of my stature has ever seen. I think that we should run away together. find ourselves a nice place off somewhere. We could find other planes. We could find other continents. I don't care. If I was never a keeper, I love you. I want to spend my days with you. Why can't you love me? You hurriedly turn the letter over to the other side and find this written. Beowulf, here is the box you wanted. It is 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. The magic word is fart. No payment is necessary. Oh, and your short sword, which I have imbued so it is magical and has +1. Thank you for trying with the keepers, old coots. Who needs them? The crazy wisp.
Sweet. Barrel's gonna probably he's gonna position the box at the end of his bed, like as like a trunk, and put the sword with his backpack and stuff.
I mean, it's 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot, so a sword won't fit. The backpack, maybe, depending on what all you have in there.
No, I like the box.
Oh,
yeah, I'm just putting it at the end of the bed.
Okay, I thought you were putting it in the box.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
I love
But
how
yeah.
Bear gets the recycled paper.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe Bear wants to run off with the wisp.
You can call me Esmeralda.
So you find that before taking your short rest.
Okay.
All right. Well, they seem to be waiting on you guys. So, what would the rest of you like to do?
I gave you my list.
Well, you tell me, because scrolling up is not my forte.
Okay, first, Chad wanted to go stop by Crazy Wisp, his new business, so we will stop there first.
Okay. As you arrive, the place looks the same as you left it last time. There's a sign that says the Crazy Wisp. There is a door, and the shack looks the same. You walk right in, as there's no one to really stop you, and you see a frazzled Philip behind the counter, hurriedly getting things ready. He seems to be, you hear bottles clinking and different aspects, and he, Master Chad, I presume?
Hey, Philip.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
It has been a turn of events having Master Wisp leave, but I'm doing all right and hoping to fulfill everything. You're not going to fire me, are you? Please.
I think you are doing a great job. I'm going to count on you a lot. I hope that's okay.
I'm immediately going to whisper to Chad and Dorbush, be like, remember, Crazy Wisp said he's fragile. I'm going to whisper it all in Dwarvish to him.
There's just so much that is taking place. He kind of like starts to get exasperated, catches himself, breathes. I wish to do everything that I can to keep this the shop that you would like it to be.
I'm counting on you, buddy. We're a team, you and me. We're a team now.
I like the sounds of that. And he kind of reaches under. Here is 50 gold that has been collected. As we are running a magical item shop, there are going to be many expenses and income fluctuations, but I will take care of all of that. If you have any major management decisions or anything you would like to do with the place, please let me know. But I was instructed to make most day-to-day decisions as you are out adventuring and doing as you will.
I think that's great, buddy, and I want you to have this 50 gold as a bonus.
Oh, well, and he takes it. Thank you very much. I will do my best to keep you proud. And what is the best way to contact you should issues arise? We've still been having the children problem.
I don't know. What do you suggest? I mean, I'm a guardian now, so I'm in town a lot, but I have to go out and protect Parna as well. So if you could just send somebody to find me and let me know via a picture
I will
letter.
send. Right. I will send messengers, and I will. Where should I send them?
I'm not sure if I'm going to move here yet. That's to be decided. I haven't gotten a feel for this place yet. As you know, I haven't been here that often. So I'd like to take stock of this at some point and maybe move in here. If not, send it to the temple.
I have taken over the back room. I hope that is all right for
Quite
the
all
time
right.
being. All right. The Temple of Revohu, correct?
Yes.
I will do such till you get a feel. Business has been well, but many are missing the wisp.
I understand.
Quick question.
Yes?
So, who at the Wisp shop is actually the person who applies the magical aspects to the weapons? Is that Philip?
It was the wisp. Philip doesn't seem to have that capability.
We lost
Okay.
our enchanter.
Damn it. So, Philip, question for you. Do you know if there is any half plate here that is already enchanted?
He seems to pause for a moment as though he has this catalog running in his head. Yeah. Not on the shelves, but we do have some in the back.
He's running a sequel statement in his head to filter the inventory.
Yes. Would you like me to fetch it for you?
Yes. What did you say it was?
The Wisp was very good at knowing exactly what each magical armored piece did. I've had to resort to notes, so I will take me a moment.
Great, thanks.
He runs back, comes back in a matter of minutes with a card and a full set of half-plate armor. This seems to be magical +1.
I'm gonna whisper to Chad and Dwarfskin, like, I think you need to get some more help in here. Philip, I think, is gonna be too overwhelmed by this. He's gonna need some help. By the way, congratulations on owning a new shop.
Thank you.
And you look taller.
I feel taller.
What happened? How'd you get it back?
I'm gonna like hold my hand out, be like, "You are taller."
I feel taller. It was a gift.
Just as a note, he went from being like 3 feet to like he's now like almost 6, almost.
Wait. He went from being 3 feet to being almost 6 foot?
Well, he was like 5 foot something. He was
I thought
already
he was 4
big.
foot something.
No, I think you were 5 foot
I think
something,
it was
right?
like 5 foot even, I think.
Yeah. Okay, 5 foot even. He was pretty tall for a dwarf, and now he's taller.
Wait, how tall are you now?
I'm as tall as I stand.
Zanvagan walks up and like puts his back to him to see how he measures up because Zan's like 5'9" and just really curious on this dwarf that's grown overnight.
Yeah, legit, because Zines is 5'4".
And I'm 6 foot.
I'm between Zan and Anna, I would guess, somewhere
I
in
am
there.
now looking up at Chad now.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you notice.
Didn't notice at breakfast.
No more
Ran away,
kidding.
walked through town, didn't notice. Got to the Crazy Wisp, then you noticed.
He had the doctor go in the door, and you finally noticed.
Yeah. It's because you're standing next to all these now armors on the shelves and stuff. Now I can see a comparison.
What is your passive perception? Just kidding.
She hasn't had her caffeine yet.
It's a
She has breakfast, but no
17.
caffeine.
Your 17 failed, I guess, for the very obvious doubling of my size.
She thought you just got a new haircut or something.
Yeah, it was. You braided your beard differently today.
You just noticed that I was in new armor.
I was distracted by the shininess. You know, it's that kitty thing where it's just like, ooh, shiny.
I'd like to take Philip to the back room.
Okay.
It's cool. We'll stay out here.
Philip,
Yes, sir.
you're going to do a great job. We need a couple things. We need a new enchanter. So can you find that? Maybe put some ads out in the paper?
That seems like a lot. But yes, I should mention the Wisp was not paid. He did what he did and made sure the shop stayed afloat. So that may hurt our revenue at the end of
But
the
his
day.
profits were great towards the end there, wasn't it?
They are doing quite well, yes.
So if we can maintain that, I think we could afford an enchanter too.
Very well, of course.
We're going to have success sharing in this business where the better we do, the more money you make. It's not just a daily gold thing. You're part of this company now too.
I like the sound of that very much.
Insert Chad's contract negotiation skills here.
Yeah, let's negotiate some contracts. What I'd like you to do for the Guardians, I think that they should get a discount because they are serving the town. They are serving us, so we should give them a 50% discount on all their purchases.
Very well.
As long as that's not, I mean, we still need to make a profit. So as long as the material cost isn't greater than 50%, we need to give them a discount.
Well, that's the thing, is near the end, which was about the last time you were here, business boomed very well. The Wisp wasn't enchanting as much as he was fixing things. Specifically, there's a lot in the basement that he left before leaving, and he gave me the ability to identify what each thing does. So I go down, I identify the object, I write it on a card, and I put it on the shelf, essentially. There were a few extra properties he would give to things, but there wasn't much enchanting being done, as he found a lot of things to sell. And I'm not quite sure where they came from, but it is above me.
Okay. Continue to do that. I also need you to find an enchanter. Maybe some deal with a blacksmith for fixing things. I'm counting on you. If you need anything, you need to let me know. And also, any great axes that have magical properties, I want to know those before you put them on the shelf.
Of course, of course.
Kind of clear my throat out a bit.
Well, they're in the back room, so you just hear this like.
I hope they're okay. I hope they're not sick.
Is there a bell to ring or something?
There's also, I want you to look out for special items that are powerful that my companions could use. If you think them to be something that they would really enjoy, I want you to save them and then pass them to, or let me know, and we can go through them and see if, we'd want to keep them or not. And I tell him which weapons that each one of them uses and
Sure.
and the armor capabilities, that kind of thing.
Okay. I will do my best.
I have faith in you, buddy.
Thank you.
You're going to do great.
I hope so, because this is quite a lot.
One day, all this could be yours.
Well, let's not quite get that far now, shall we?
Okay, one step at a time. I'm with you.
One step at a time. I will find an enchanter, try to get in with a blacksmith, and procure a heavy discount for your friends.
If there's anything else you need, you just let me know, all right?
I will do such, sir.
I shake his hand.
It is a firm but very sweaty handshake.
And I go back to my friends.
When Philip comes back out, I'm going to ask him if he's got any enchanted rings and amulets. Specifically, plus intelligent ones.
He starts to kind of go through some cards. I don't currently have anything that will do such.
Understandable. At this time, I hand Chad the Mace of Smiting and tell him just to put it in the shop.
Yeah, Philip, do you
Give it
have
to Philip.
anything that has any plus dex?
I do. I do currently have a ring of free action. It must be attuned while you wear it. Difficult terrain does not affect you. In addition, magic cannot reduce your speed, cause you to be paralyzed or restrained. Not quite what you were looking for, but I believe it does help.
And does it have a +1 to dex or something?
No, it does not. It doesn't increase your dex. It just gives you those properties. I do believe there are potions that will do those things, but I do not currently have any of those. You have to keep in mind, I've only had this magic shop job for about a week or so.
You're doing great.
You're doing great.
Yeah. We really appreciate all that you've done.
Thank you.
How much for the ring?
I wink at Philip.
That'll be 2,500 gold pieces. That's with the wink.
Wink harder. Wink with 2 eyes.
I think that's called blinking.
All right, I'm going to have to think about that.
Chad, seeing as you are now the owner of this fine establishment, do you think it's possible we could that for you could loan us items and we give them back when we no longer need them?
I don't think that's possible. We need. Why are you doing this to me?
He wants to say yes, but as a business owner, he can't.
That's exactly what's going through my head.
Every time my family asks for money.
Totally in manager mode now.
Earlier, it sounded like he was giving his live to game speech on business running.
With
Can I
success
change my-
sharing.
Can I change my full-time schedule to, only work at a half week and still get paid the same amount of money for a month? Thanks.
Can I have paid vacation days as well as paid sick days and just paid days off entirely altogether for only working, a day a week?
Weekends paid for.
I'm going to have to go with no, that's not how businesses work.
Well, I don't run a business.
I mean, to the answer of can you loan out your inventory until we don't need it anymore? I gotta think about my future.
I understand.
Oh, and Philip, question on that half plate. What would be the price on that? I just realized that I believe Beowulf picked up something, so I'll want to see what properties it has.
I have that at 300 gold, but 200 would do it.
Awesome, thanks.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I think we should be moving on so I don't have to be the bad guy anymore.
I'll Science will take one of her rings off and hand it to Philip. Be like, consider this a donation to the store. It is the ring of swimming.
And you knew that you're going to tell him that, right?
I'll tell him what it does and everything.
Now I have 2 of these. He sets it aside.
Building inventory, awesome.
Zan just kind of looks at his feet, just kind of kicks dust right in front of him, just kind of sad that he missed another chance to possibly potentially get smarter.
Well, if you need anything, stop by the Crazy Wisp, and it is yours.
If you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me.
Yes.
Let's go, guys.
Okay. What's next?
Next on the first on the list was to find a leather armor worker. So I got a tanner, I guess. I forget what the official term is.
You're starting to figure out the shops in town, so easy enough.
My main goal in the shopping is to find anything that can increase my dex and increase my AC. Those are my 2 main goals. Because my AC is only 13.
It's the same as mine. Mine's only 13.
Hold on, I thought we
Same.
figured out last night that it's you may have to re-add it, because remember mine went up a point whenever I re-added the same stuff I'd been wearing.
Mine's still 13 now. I redid that.
Oh, wow.
A lot of squishy people.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, and I actually don't have armor, so I just have my original clothes.
I mean, I have just a set of leather armor I'll give you.
Oh, that reminds me, and I have something for you. While we're on our way to find the tanners?
Yes.
I love presents.
Now I know how much chill means to you and how attached you guys are. So this is a last ditch effort to save Chill, or Chill needs protection. And I will take the orb of containment out of my pack with the cloth wrapped around it and hand it to her. Basically, what this does is you can put in a willing creature inside of it, a medium creature or smaller. Just kind of like protects them.
So if he's hurt or he's getting hurt, you can just put him in the orb and just keep him okay for a while, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's essentially a Pokeball.
Make sure she
That's
doesn't
awesome.
touch it.
You can also use it on an unwilling creature, but they have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
And still has to be medium sized.
Correct. It can only hold 1 medium sized or smaller. And it doesn't require attunement.
Very awesome. Thank you very much.
But I love Chill. I know how much you love Chill. This is a protect Chill ball.
What happens to the creature that's inside the orb when it's broken? Does that creature get released or does it die? Okay, just questions.
Well, so Chill may look a little bit different for everyone today because Chill is a little bit different. And there are other things that I also have that make him more resilient.
Well, I don't want anything to happen to Chill.
I don't think anyone wants anything.
I am friends with animals, so and I'll hand it to her. Just make sure you keep the cloth around it until you're ready to touch something with it.
Okay, so I don't touch it, but if whatever it touches goes in.
Medium or smaller creature. If it's willing, they go automatically. If they're unwilling, they have to make a saving throw.
Just invest in some gloves and you'll be good.
I will message you the information real quick. Hey, Boom. When I got the Orb of Containment, it just says that they have to make a wisdom saving throw. It doesn't say what the DC is or if it was my DC or anything. It didn't specify.
Yep.
So I don't know which one it is, if it has a set DC or if it uses my DC.
The shop that you find is called the Leather and Straps.
I am going to pick up some gloves there.
Okay.
That's smart, since what you just gave me.
Leather gloves are, like 2 gold for nice ones, 1 gold for not nice ones, 50 silver for the worst ones you've ever seen.
I'll do the nice ones for 2.
Okay.
Are there any there that are enchanted?
Good.
We don't enchant here, we just make really nice leather pieces.
Yes, and that is precisely why I've come here. I've heard that you guys are the best.
Depends on who you ask, but we are the best.
I whisper over to Dreven and Dwarvish and say, ask them if they have any from my family.
Do you guys have any wares from the Pegason family?
Pegason boots. Yes. We carry the whole Pegason line. And he shows you this grand bookcase style full of every different kind of boot and almost everything that they make.
I point to that, and I point to me, and I point to Dreven, and I point to that, and I point to me. And I just get a big beaming smile, thumbs up, and just walk off.
What is your name, sir?
I'm fat.
How do you spell that?
Fatt. Fat Real is my full name. My friends call me Fat.
What would you prefer I call you?
Sir.
I
Can
do
I
that,
insight check
sir.
him?
Sure. I mean, he's got a gruff exterior, being a leather shop, but as he noticed you seem to be very excited about the Pegason boots, he's going to tell you his real name and has entrusted that to you.
I didn't know if he was real fat or fat real, or I was just trying to figure it out there. But I'm done. Yeah.
Anyway, I would like to. I've heard you're the best.
I am the best.
I would like to have some armor custom made.
We do custom orders all the time. What do you need?
And I'm gonna pull the red dragon hide out of my bag and kind of put it down. I was like, I would like some armor for this. Armor made from this.
I don't believe I've worked with this before.
You're the best, and I would hope you'd be capable of it.
Oh, I'm the best. I'm just saying.
It's hide.
It's dragon hide.
I know,
It's a little
tougher.
Exactly. It's a little harder to work with.
I have faith in your skills.
Well, that's fantastic.
I would kind of like this to be form-fitting, please.
Of course. It's going to take me 6 days, though.
6 days?
Yes,
that's
5
math.
plus 5 plus 1 is 6.
I can do math. Thank you.
You're welcome.
High five, Zan.
Yeah, you see this dragon hide? I killed this dragon.
I believe you.
Can I insight check?
Sure.
And I'm not sure if he has a lot of people that come in with the dragon.
I mean, he is looking at you, but he seems to be just doing what he needs to do to make a sale at this point.
What's the fastest you could have it done?
I'll tell you what I tell the others. Fast means the work is less. Less means the work is worth more.
Well, I want quality.
Oh, you'll
I
get
need-
quality, but I'll have to do it fast, which means I won't do it as well, which means it'll take more of my time, which means it'll cost more.
How much is this going to cost?
I'm glad you asked. Now, the choice is up to you. I'll use the dragon armor, but so you want hide armor out of the dragon.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I brought you hide.
I could make it anything you wanted. I could infuse it and, put it on plate mail if you wanted to. It doesn't matter to me. I could use dragon scales. I don't really work with metal. I work with leather, but I know some guys.
Hide will do just fine.
Fine.
Off table spot. Speak real quick. Is dragon hide, dragon scale? Is that considered medium? I forgot, or is it?
It'll be
Yeah.
medium because it'll be hide armor.
Hide
Okay.
is medium.
Well, you already brought the materials.
I did.
Hide armor isn't really. It's the time. That's the thing. So if you want me to do it faster, it's going to cost more.
How much more?
I'm thinking upwards of 200, 300 gold if you want it done in half the time. If you want it done in 3/4 of the time, 5, 6, 7.
I can do half the time, but I want your quality work. I understand it's going to be... I'm going to pay more, but I want this.
You're the first order today. So if you will do me the service of paying half, which would be 150, well, 150, I'll have it done in 3 days' time. You pay another 150 when you get back, I'll have your dragon hide armor for you.
I think you've got yourself a deal.
Very
That
well.
looks so cool.
And your name?
You can call me Zynes.
I like it.
It's Zynes Tribond.
No last names.
I'm sure I'm the only Zynes around.
You should have said, "Call me ma'am."
Excuse me. Fat was it? Are
Sir.
you? I've got the same name as you. Hey, are you ever out to procure, materials? I've got some dragon scale on me. Would that be interesting to you? So you could put some fine wares to complement those fantastic boots.
Boom, just side note, I'm going to go ahead and mark off 150 gold.
Please do.
I've got about 50 dragon scales from a wonderful adult red dragon.
Well, I could use them. I'll pay you 3 gold apiece for each. That would bring the lot to 150 gold, which I just took from this lovely lady.
Call me ma'am.
Ma'am.
as much as I ensure your honesty and trustworthiness, but how about it would be about 200 gold?
You got something to throw in?
I'm giving you all 50 high quality, scales at one time. You're not having to look for them. You can easily make them into, bracers, shoulder pads, infuse them into goods that you already have. Your potential for profitability is astronomical when you don't have to go conquer the red dragon yourself and retrieve it from its body.
Roll a persuasion check. You got yourself a deal. Starts to take 50 more out of a bag behind that corner, and he adds them to the however Zinese gave them to him, and he pushes it your way if you will push the 50 towards them.
Okay, I definitely hand it over and take the 200 gold.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, actually, would you happen to have any bracers of archery?
I don't deal much in magical items, I'm afraid.
All right, thanks.
However, I do work closely with one of the goods shops. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah, I believe I've been to one.
Which one?
Godwin's.
Yeah, Goodwin's Goods or something.
Ah, Goodwin's crap. Don't go to him. You want Gardens Goods. Gardin. You want Gardens Goods. Head over there and you might have what you're looking for.
All right, thanks.
Sure thing. Well, any more business to be had?
Don't you need to take some measurements here?
And a small head comes out from behind the counter. And you see this small dwarf. I don't know what you mean. He's just grumbling like, out. You put your arms out. He takes this little measuring tape and puts it around in the appropriate places. And spread and takes in lane. And he kind of not tall enough to quite get everywhere, but he gets the appropriate measurements down on a piece of parchment back behind the counter.
Oh, wait. Can I look down on him when he comes out?
Yeah, he's... they've got bigger dwarves, too. He's just continually grumbling.
I'm content.
On to the next place.
Okay, so that was Wisp, Armory. Looking for the apothecary shop.
Okay. Off to the apothecary. And you are going back to the same apothecary, correct?
Yes.
The Leaky Cauldron.
Copyright.
I don't think I've been to this apothecary, or did.
You have not. She went by herself, I believe. She did. So you enter. The same woman is behind the counter, and she seems to be putting things back on the shelf, as almost she was probably getting ready to leave with the others, but a little behind.
Before Dreve talks to her, hey, Dreve, is there anything here that I could benefit from that you can think of?
Who's Dreve?
Sorry, Zinese.
She may have some herbs and stuff and potions, maybe. I don't really know. Maybe a healing salve or a healing potion. I don't really... Nothing probably on the magical side of, like, bracers or armor or anything like that. I don't think she would. You can ask. Worst she'll do is say no.
I didn't think there was going to be anything here for me. I just wanted to check. I'll just look at the pretty bottles.
There are many pretty bottles.
Mini for quaffing?
Yeah, Zen walks in. You can see his hands start trembling like an addict, looking for a fix and just really having a very hard time just keeping himself just grounded and just kind of starts sweating real bad and just keeps looking at Dreve and then looking at the bottles, then looking at Dreve, looking at a new bottle.
Who's
looking at
Dreve?
Oh, Zinies. Yeah. Oh, grr.
Well, it's even harder because they're all out of reach. This shop is set up in such a way you have the counter and everything is behind the counter, so you can't even get to it. So you're just like,
So for one eensy teensy moment, Zen kind of has a little mini meltdown where he just kind of stops and just kind of makes himself as small as possible and just kind of rocks himself for a good couple seconds as he kind of gathers that internal fortitude needed to persevere through this horrible trial.
I put a calming hand on his shoulder.
Oh, thank you, Chad. Thank you.
Hello.
yes, hello.
Hi.
Hi, I do remember you.
Good. So the lizard with many legs, I found him.
You did.
I did. And with the help of my friends here, along with a few others, the rest of the Guardians, we defeated it.
Oh, that is very good news. You didn't happen to collect any of its blood, did you?
I did. There was a slight snafu. Well, I was not able to get 10 vials for you. I was able to get 7. A couple of the vials kind of shattered.
Are you willing to give all of them up, though?
I mean, if the price is right.
The price I can currently offer is 250 gold pieces per vial.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. But before we just exchange gold, I'm kind of curious as to some of your wares that you may have, and perhaps we can make a trade as well. I mean, I can kind of see you're kind of busy packing, or unpacking.
I am unpacking. You may take a look. Most of my wares are the same. However, what are you looking for?
I have you could say I have a thing for kind of oddities, and this kind of seems like a place that where could happen. Maybe some potions, herbs, that kind of thing.
Anything particular?
No, I just kind of wanted to see kind of browse around, see what you got. See if anything catches my attention. Sorry, Boom, I know I'm not making this easy.
She kind of looks to the one that is fully stocked. We do have, near the bottom, several poisons that aren't usually sought by many, but they could come in handy. We also have your typical healing potions, your water-breathing potions, your mind-reading potions, your potions of speed, those kinds of things.
The potions of speed, what do those do exactly?
Well, these are very rare.
As is this blood?
As it is, and should you know, when drinking this potion, are you familiar with haste?
Little on the fuzzy side. Just had a battle with the dragon. Might want to remind me a little bit.
Quite. It will speed up your body. You'll be able to attack things more, move faster. However, at the end, you will feel slight exhaustion for quite a little bit of time.
How many of these potions do you have?
She kind of looks. I just have the 2.
How much are these going to run me?
Well, as I said, these are very rare. The blood is rare. However, doing my calculations, I'm only willing to pay 1,750 for the vials you have. These potions are 5,000 apiece.
Wow, okay then. I guess we'll put those off to the side.
I'd say they're not that rare and show her the one that I have in my inventory.
And how did you come upon that?
Ways.
Well, I bet you someone somewhere made that. And it took a very long time, and it took a lot of ingredients, so I would be quite precious with it.
What else do you have? So you have the potions of speed, mind reading. What else you got?
I giggle because I've touched that potion before.
Healing. There's also poisons, and the rest I'm still sorting through. I know I have some resistance potions down here, but I'd have to fetch them.
What kind of poisons do you have?
My dear, I have mini potions, mini poisons. Give me a rough estimate on what you need. I will tell you what I have.
I'm looking for deadly. I don't need much. I don't know what the level of poisons are on here.
I have a few. I do have purple pollen. This is made from the spores of violet fungus mixed with powdered peppers. It is found in areas close to the Underdark entrances. She kind of picks it up, and it's about a pouch about the size of a fist.
I need liquid form poison.
Well, she picks up another. The Last Light. This is pardon me, but it is the mixture of bile of a man who's been bit by a werewolf. Quite, well, it's not normally sold in a shop. But I happen to have some.
What are the effects of this?
1 week after a single dose, the victim will fall unconscious and have symptoms close to death. The symptoms will last 2 weeks, unless somehow they come back. They've come back within a day, 2 days, 3 days. If they ever do come back, though, they will be permanently blinded by sunlight.
Not exactly what I'm looking for. Now, the powders, you said the purple, what was it?
Yes, the purple pollen.
The purple pollen. Just a DM question for you, Boom. Being as I'm proficient with an herbalism kit, would I know how to constitute that into a liquid?
You would. However, she tells you that this is best used inhaled or upon contact with the eyes. It would probably lose its poisoniness if you tried to liquefy it.
Essentially, I'm looking for something that I can, say, dip a blade into and have it on. Do you have any poison oils or anything like that?
I do have Filk sap. This would be quite good for dipping blades or whatever you wish.
How much is this?
The single application dose, so one dip, 400 gold pieces. I have 3 of them.
Okay, so it was 400 gold?
Or a single application dose, she has 3 doses available.
So that'd be 1,200 gold, correct?
If you want all of them, yeah.
So if I take that, then she would still owe me 550 gold. No, 250 gold. I can't math, guys.
300.
300 gold.
Yes. 350.
Cool. Then I'll take all 3 and trade her the Bahir blood as well.
Wait. Okay. So she still owes you 550.
Okay. I will take the 550.
Oh, by the way, do you have any like truth serum potion?
I do not at this time.
Bummer.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I see you've got a lot of potions here, and I'm pretty excited. Do you have anything that does any permanent enhancement to someone such as myself? I mean, not that I need it for looks or anything. I was thinking maybe something to make me a wee smarter.
Yes. It is quite pricey, as you may have noticed.
Actually, I can't read. How pricey is pricey?
She turns to the rest of you. Does he know numbers?
Yes.
Okay. The item you seek is over 5,000 gold pieces.
Oh, is that it?
That is quite a lot of money, sir.
Oh, sure. I'm sure it is. And then you see Zan just take a moment there and start like doing different calculations on his fingers and like wiggling his toes in his boots, just trying to get his mind wrapped around the sum. Do you barter at all?
Depending on what you have to barter with.
And you see him kind of walk over to Zines and be like, Zines, open your bag. And he wants to pull out his 5 rock feathers, which are extremely rare and worth something, and which becomes this daunting task as we're in this shop, and all of a sudden from the bag of holding these giant feathers. Yeah, we're just
She's
feeding
seen
the
the
feathers
feathers
up.
before, though. She's seen them before.
I didn't know if she had.
Yes,
And then-
I offered them the first time I came in here. I asked her what the value for.
What did she say it was?
At the time, she said she didn't need it, but it could change.
Well, I mean, and such a well. In that case, ma'am, I have these 5 rock feathers here, and I get them all out, and I was like, and I have this half of an ogre's toenail, and I have these 3 scales of the many-legged serpent that we fought that you just procured the blood of. He called himself the Great One. And I have this very rare spectral dust here, and I bring forth the vial of spectral dust, and I kind of sit it there, and I was like, these feathers can be used to make tokens. I'm sure that if not immediate use, you could definitely find something. And in such trying times, I assume that you were packaging up due to fleeing the area from the dragon attack in which that we thwarted. Maybe we could come to some kind of agreement and understanding here.
What do you believe is a fair price?
I will give you everything that I've offered up, plus 1,000 gold to take that potion off your hand.
You said you fought the dragon?
I did. I actually tanked the dragon. It may have bruised my pride a wee bit, but definitely did. It was a very long battle, and we here, my friends, can attest to it. We all fought the red dragon. I just sold 50 of its scales to the tanner down the road.
Well, in the future, I could also use dragon scales. But I do believe that everything you have offered is quite a fair deal.
So we have an accord, and he quickly grabs 1,000 gold and just sets it down, and like his hands just jonesing for that potion.
Yes, we have an accord. Please place everything on the table, and I will go fetch it. I know I have it in the back.
Okay, he puts everything up there.
Okay, she comes back with a small, what is a bluish purple liquid in a in a nice, bulbous-looking potion-holding glass container. It looks as though the cork has not been uncapped for some time.
And then his stupidity and
As
ignorance,
Zan goes to
he
reach for it,
immediately
I want to
quaffs
cast
it.
hold person before his hands can open it.
Roll dex checks.
All right.
Deck checks or deck saving throws?
Checks.
Okay.
Because I see him jonesing. I got the spell ready.
She
Never underestimate a crackhead.
sets the potion on the table, and as she begins to collect things, it is up and uncorked, falling into the mouth. You cast Hold Person, and he stops. Well, he has to make a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So make a wisdom saving throw, X.
He saves.
So you continue to have right over your body, and you put the rest of the potion down before Zynes is able to hold you with her spell.
Do I feel anything at all? Was she true to her word?
Well, you see her start to cast the spell. Oh, you're talking about the lady.
Yeah, I totally am ignoring Zynes, like, because I saved. I'm just like, I'm totally 100% fixated on this potion that may solve part of my problems.
You think for a second. Well, how do you feel? You feel smarter. You've not felt this before. You don't know quite what it means. This fuzziness that has overtaken you, you've just had unclear thought for so long. But it starts to slowly fade. You increase your score by 4.
Wait, my intelligence by 4?
Your intelligence score by 4.
Oh my gosh, I can read.
And as you are just overwhelmed, well, how do you feel?
Why, my dear, I feel fantastic, exuberant, and elated. Oh my. Is this permanent?
That one should be.
Why, I think I could write many a sonnets, and, well, I may have to rethink what I do with myself now.
I'll tell you what, because that was old and dusty, if it ends up being temporary, I'll start working on a permanent one for you, but you paid the permanent price, so just come and get it if you need.
Well, that sounds great. I think you've earned a customer for life. Thank you. And Zan's so, like, elated. He tries to reach over the counter and, like, hug her.
She's like, you're welcome. Get him off me. Get him off.
Just kind of like grab him by like the collar and just try to like start pulling him away.
And as y'all can see, like a whole change has come over Zan. No longer is he jonesing for that quaff, and he may never again, as long as this stays true. You know, it's definitely shown a change in him, as if he's not so much of an idiot anymore.
As we are heading out of the shop, I will hand the poison that I got over to Enna, so that she can
Don't let me quaff it.
So that she can dip her arrows in it as she needs it.
Like, Zan, I've got something for you to drink.
Okay, so how much is there? How does that work?
Essentially, you can dip 3. You can make 3 poison arrows, right, Boom?
Yeah.
Because it's 3 applications. So yeah, you can make.
An application would technically be like for a sword.
So how many would you say she gets as arrows?
10.
That'd be a lot more.
20.
Keep throwing numbers. Keep on. Come on. Price is right.
All of them.
Would it be like 10 arrows per application, since an arrow has maybe 10 of them about the size of a blade?
Pour the poison into the bottom of the unlimited quiver.
I'll say 7 per, so 21.
So 21 arrows, so you have 21 arrow applications worth.
Closest without going over. What do I win?
Nothing.
Oh.
I won't,
You win disadvantage on your next dice roll.
I won't kill you today.
Cooch, I love you.
It's all good.
As they start walking out, I still face the apothecary and pull out a vial of dragon's blood and ask if she's interested in this.
Very much so.
Just how interested are you?
I did spend quite a bit of gold.
It's fresh.
I mean,
it was taken right from the heart.
has it been in your bag the whole time?
Since yesterday. It was killed yesterday, so this is very fresh.
I'll tell you what. I could drop 600 gold for it.
How many times?
How much do you have?
I pull out 2 more.
Oh. How would you say 1,500 for the lot?
I was thinking more like 2,500.
Oof. Trying to gouge me without your friends, aren't you?
No, this was the dragon that we killed to protect this town.
I understand that. I wish you had told me that before. I would be a little more interested in that.
Okay, and I start walking out.
But I could use some dragon's blood for my upcoming potions. What about 2,000 even? That's quite in between what we both quoted.
Even for a fellow shop owner,
What shop?
I now own the Crazy Wisp.
Where did Wisp go? I loved him.
I love him too. He's the man. But he fled because of the dragon, and he gave me the shop because we're very good friends.
In that
Pull out
case,
the note!
2250.
Done.
Very well. I have to go get some out of the safe.
I have to find that part on my character sheet.
I feel like Beowulf's now the poorest member of the group.
No, I think I'm the poorest, sir. I haven't looted anything in so long because I was too busy saving lives.
Well, you at least had 1,000 gold before the transaction. You still had more at that moment.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Very well.
Now we'll go find our friends.
Well, you are met at the door by Tom.
Oh, hello, Tom.
Hello.
Tom, guess what I've done?
What have you done?
I took those sack of papers that you gave me, and I read most of them. Now, there was a couple languages that tricked me up, but I think I made some headway.
How did you do that?
This lady, she sold me a potion.
You should be wary of that, friends. I don't know.
Oh, I think it was because of the blessing of Revor, who...
Most of the time, those things don't last.
She said it was a lifetime guarantee.
All right. We found the rest of your friends, if you are willing to come back to the temple right away.
Are they okay?
They're quite fine. We are having a bit of an issue.
What's the issue?
Would be easier for you to see.
That's what they said about the dragon.
It's not that kind of issue yet.
Yes, eh?
We don't know what we're dealing with.
Zan's a little taken aback by this because he felt that maybe he was gonna, have a couple days off and enjoy himself. So he's gonna take off a couple patches off of his robe of useful items, and one patch he's gonna take off is a for his potions of healing. So he automatically gets 4 potions of healing in his inventory, and then his other patch he's gonna take off and throw down is his mastiff patch, and so he gets 2 mastiffs that are summoned by his side until their hit points drop to 0, I believe. Correct me if I'm incorrect. Yeah, You better not kill him. He killed my pony with rocks, okay?
Hashtag horse meat jerky.
What do you think of my rations have been this long? I named him Bill the Pony.
All right, you have 2 mastiffs.
Are they the same stats off of Roll20 off of the compendium?
They should be.
Do they get along with Chill?
Well, I'd hope so since I summoned them. I mean, if you weren't so tall, you could actually ride them. No, it says halflings and other small humanoids ride them as mounts. They're like massive. And they are loyal and keen senses, so I assume that if I told them not to bother Chill, they won't bother Chill.
No, just like a couple of like hunting dogs. They into existence, and they're just like at your disposal.
I name one Crazy, and I name one Wisp. And I tell Crazy and Wisp to be ready for anything and alert me if there's any problems.
Okay. You guys.
I'll follow Tom back now that I what I feel is setting myself up, constantly scanning like I'm paranoid. I'll get up, but not like a normal paranoia that would just kind of make you kind of duller to things around you, but like major heightened, like constantly scanning alleyways and people that might be hooded figures, like totally just
Make
not
perception
feeling good.
check.
Okay.
I sat here and was thinking he's going to get a nat 1.
That is my luck, sir. Just like that damn dagger.
Okay. As you guys are heading back, though, Zinies, you do, with your passive perception, realize there is probably someone following you.
I will just kind of like nudge Chad and nudge Enna, because I assume they're both kind of walking near me, just be like, hey, someone's following us. Don't make a big deal of it, but we are being followed. Just be wary.
You guys make it back to the outside the temple.
Before we go inside, do we? I'm gonna kind of whisper to him. I was like, do we want to take this person and see why we're being followed before we go inside? I will then. In front of me, I'm gonna produce flame, so it's just in my hand, like right in front of me with my back still to them, and I'll just kind of like holler over my shoulder, reveal yourself now.
Are you all still facing forward? Four of you.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Go ahead.
I think that as she's saying that, I would have turned to see.
After I said it, I would have turned around.
Make a perception check.
Both of us?
Yep. You guys turn around and...
Ran, Pan, Man, Zan!
You guys turn around and there is no figure, just a few passerbys.
Do I still get that feeling, though, that we're being followed?
Well, I mean, you saw someone with your passive perception. You just kind of looked over your shoulder. You saw someone about 20, 30 feet back. But now that you guys have stopped in front of the temple and turned around in the street you were walking, there's no one standing there or just a couple of passerbys. Not the hooded figure you saw.
It was probably just a fan, wanting our autograph.
Okay, well then, in that case, I'll go ahead and I'll extinguish the flame and then follow Tom in.
Tom will take you guys straight to Chitter, who has been eagerly watching this door for the past few hours.
What's the meaning of this, Chitter?
Hey, good to see you too. Well,
yeah, thanks for warning the town.
Listen, I don't know what in tarnation happened, but I just woke up here, and there's this guy hunting Zan. And
Excuse me?
I guess this guy says he's been asked or hired to come after you.
Is his name Anton?
I don't know. Why don't we?
Is he with the Shadow Hand?
I don't know. He won't talk to me.
I'll make him talk. Like, y'all guys can see a complete change in Zan, like total seriousness. Like, you know something's up.
I'll go with Zan to help.
We've got your back.
Is
Thank you,
kindness
friends.
helping too?
If needs be.
Has Cooge woken up? Is Cooge back here with us? Or is he still
Who's
resting?
Cooge?
I mean, Beowulf.
I mean, hopefully it took you that time to do your hit dice.
No.
Nope.
How do I do that?
You roll your hit dice. You go to the spot on your character sheet that says hit dice,
I got
and you
5.
click it
Hey, you
as
gained 5
many
hit points.
times as you have hit dice.
Or
And
that you feel till you feel you're healed sufficiently.
yeah.
Up to a maximum of 8 times.
But yeah, if Beowulf will have rested in that time and then be back with Chitter, he can definitely be down there. It's up to him.
Look at these 8s.
Well, Chitter, I'm glad that you're doing well. Did you have a time? I guess we'll catch up soon. But where's Savin? Where's Davworth?
Davward has fallen, and
Excuse me?
I don't know what happened. I have no memory whatsoever. Maybe
Who
Beowulf
knows?
could. Seven knows.
Where's Savin?
Seven went home.
Where's Beowulf?
Can I
He's
insight check
resting.
Gabby? I mean,
Sure.
Chitter.
Sure. I mean,
Was this the episode of Insights?
you're not trying to disclose the truth, right? I mean,
I just don't want to throw Bear under the bus because
Okay.
Zan scares me a little bit right now.
so you get the sense that Savin has knowledge of. I mean, she's not lying. He definitely knows what. You can get the sense from his facial expression in the talking that he does. He's giving truthful signs.
And
All
Anna,
right.
Bear is upstairs resting. Or is he right next to me?
You tell me.
How long did they take? Well, I took my short rest, so if by the time it took them to do their shopping and all that stuff, I would have woken up. I would have come down there.
Oh shit,
Okay.
he's right here, actually.
Yeah. So he
He's
like
so
walks
skinny.
up.
He turned sideways. I don't know.
Beowulf.
Oh, hi, Zan. How are you?
Where's Davworth?
Dead.
Excuse me.
He is DED, dead.
What did you do to
He
him?
can spell now.
I
Don't
didn't
mess
do
with him.
anything to him, Zan.
You don't know that.
What happened? Who is responsible for this?
Wisps.
Probably Bear.
Where
Crazy.
were you guys?
The Feywild.
You understand we had to fight that dragon without you. You understand I had to tank that dragon as I was thwarted many times by its tail?
I died by the dragon. What are you getting at, sir?
Gino,
You
we had to
did not
fight
die.
700 ninjas.
Wait, what do you mean 700 ninjas?
Oh,
What are ninjas?
okay. So a bunch of spies from like some other place. I don't. Maybe they know this guy tied to this chair. Came in and tried to bust us up, and we killed freaking all of them. So I don't know about your little dragon adventure. Congratulations.
Gabby,
Chitter,
roll
I
this-
I
you have
don't
to
think
roll
you will ever
deception
make
check.
it as a bard, so please keep the stories to yourself. Now show me this guy.
All right, everybody knows Gabby's full of crap.
Okay,
Who's Gabby?
Chitter.
No, that's he's
Yeah,
just
who's
saying that in
Gabby?
general. Also, Chitter.
Also, Chitter is full of crap.
Got him. All right, so where's this guy at? Show him to me.
Behind that door.
And like Zan just walks up, just no cares in the world, just throws open the door and immediately is looking for this guy.
Hey. If somebody's going to be charging doors around here, buddy.
Better make
Chad,
sure.
I'll give you the next one.
Better make sure it's locked first.
Do I find the guy in the other room?
Perception check.
I went with him.
I'm behind them.
I'm chilling outside.
I went in the room.
You immediately notice that there is a. So as you walk in, because most of you have not been here before, this is a chapel-like room. So there are many benches and pews with an aisle down the middle. There is a very pristine-looking, what you know Revorhu looks like, a very distinct painting on the back wall. This is a lit room with different candles. And immediately you see there's a chair with bundles of rope on it.
And nothing else?
Nothing else. You hear, as you open the door, from behind the door, you hear a.
I stand in the doorway.
Roll initiative.
Can I have my first roll when I forgot to click on my token? And I can't roll initiative for the Mastiffs, please.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Roll a d20 and add whatever their dexterity modifier is.
Your sheets don't have the correct sheets, by the way, FYI.
What do you mean?
The stats aren't correct on your sheets that you gave me. The sheets are blank.
Well, I was going to let you fill them in, sir. I just gave you
I tried
access
to
to
drag
them.
and drop it from the commended thing, and it changed my main sheet again, even though I was on their sheet whenever I tried to drag it over.
Okay.
Did you give him the option to edit it?
Yeah.
I'll have to edit it by hand then, I guess.
Sorry for not clicking my token, but I did click chills to roll him.
Okay. Yeah, well, you guys are the same. So give me a marching order. The door is here.
I'd say I was about a third, like towards the middle that went in.
And actually, we're not the same. He has his own initiative now.
Oh, good to know. I forgot.
And I rolled 20 for mine.
Okay.
14 is what, a 2 modifier?
I think so.
All right, so Crazy got, hold on. Crazy got 12 and Wisp got 18.
All right, go ahead and assemble yourselves. The door is open.
I'm blocking the doorway.
Doors probably aren't that big. Well, Zan opened the doors, so you can't really be.
Yeah, where am I? Because I opened the door.
That's what I'm saying. So
Is
Zan's
this-
probably.
Well, they opened it, and it.
So you can be behind Zan. You're probably not in front of him.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Maybe
wasn't
right
sure which
there.
way these doors were opening. You didn't specify.
They opened. No, I didn't. They opened in. So they open in to the room.
So we're probably about right where we would be, unless the mastiffs are going to be inside with Zan.
They will probably be by my side. But if they can't fit through the door, then they would be probably at the door on, edge. Man, Dave, you got to get that box replaced.
Let me get the dang email. I keep forgetting that I need the email, our email address to.
Oh, yeah? Well, should have said something while I was on the phone with them today.
I forgot.
It's all right. I was just surprised there was somebody answering their phone on a Sunday. Oh, that looks rough.
Working on it.
Go ahead.
All right, Chad, you're first.
So I don't see him from where I'm at. I charge the center of the room. Do I see him now?
Make perception check. From behind this door, you can see a boot.
Can I make it over there?
What's your speed?
40.
Can make it to about there. So you can make it, yeah, right about there.
But not an axe range.
Like melee.
Can I tackle him from here? I want to try and jump tackle him and pin him to the ground.
Yeah, that'll be your action, Bell. So you can like jump and try to grapple him. Sure.
Is that a straight up strength?
The athletics.
All right. That's even better.
Yeah, he rolled a natural 3. So you and are able to let that jump carry you. You currently have him grappled. You hit the back. He hits the back wall and fall over, and you have him.
I got him. He's over here.
He's going to attempt to break your grapple. Not with a natural 2. He struggles. He can't.
I'm big now.
It's good to be big again, huh?
It really does.
All right. So I command Chill to go help Chad.
Okay. How much movement does he have?
40.
Yeah. You want him to attack? I mean, he can definitely get there.
Okay, this is my first time using my bite on my new character, so hang on.
Advantage because he is prone. That'll hit.
Can he be more prone? Does he have to make another saving throw to be extra prone?
I guess. He is not extra prone.
I can just see like Chill running around the corner like one of those police dogs, and then just jumping at the guy, like the people that have the suits on. Except he's going after this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it.
Okay.
He's just going to sit there and snarl at him.
Kahoo!
So who's going to hold his reaction for a potential as a proxy for a touch spell that I will prepare on my turn?
His action or his reaction?
It says reaction, so he's just going to hang out with me until then. Unless I'm wording that wrong. Do I have to wait for his turn to follow through on that, or how's that actually work?
Depends on what it is. Technically, here's how. So, on your turn, you get your movement. You move wherever you're going to move. And then you can hold your action. You have to say what action you're holding. And then if the trigger happens, your action goes through. A reaction is only specific things that say it takes a reaction. You only get one per round.
So then how's the wording on him being a proxy for touch spells? Because on Find Familiar, it says that it's as a reaction. So the familiar must be within 100 feet and use its reaction to deliver the spell when you cast it.
So if you put Kahoo by Chill, per se, on his turn right now, he has to move over there. And then you cast the spell as your action. And then immediately as his reaction, he would use the spell that you're casting to, that's how I read it, to deliver it.
Chill's new thing, because Chill has a thing now where, number one, he has his own initiative and his own play, but he also can have a reaction to something that happens during mine.
Right. So that can happen at any time, his reaction can, which is usually going to be it sounds as your turn is happening. But on his turn, then, he still has an action and movement.
He's just going to stay there then after I move him.
Okay.
He's actually going to land on Chill's back and just chill with Chill.
Your turn, Inna.
Alrighty then. Gonna move over here and say, everybody down.
You gonna attack him?
I'm down on top of him.
It's disadvantage if it's a ranged attack because he's prone. So a 9 misses.
Okay, I'm just gonna move back a bit against the wall.
Okay.
So then Chill can have a reaction to, well, this is new. So, if I attack and totally suck, would Chill have a reaction to that?
To you missing?
Yeah.
What can he do in his reaction?
It's coordinated attack.
Yeah, so he can bite again.
Oh, okay. Sure. That hits. He's not extra prone.
Thank you, Chill, for picking up my slack.
As he bites into the guy, ah! Stop! Stop!
As it's now Wisp's turn, I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna have Wisp go and really just like sniff the tar out of this guy, get that scent just implanted in him, so that no matter what this guy tries to pull, we'd be able to potentially track him, and might have him actually bite him just a little bit, just a little bit. 40.
Okay. It's going to get tight in there, but they can definitely get in there.
Well, I'll send Wisp the first one in. And I think that's a 1d20 plus 3, just like Jill.
Yep. Should be. 13 misses.
They have advantage.
But they do have advantage. So try it again. 19 hits.
Six damage.
Okay.
Then I will send. That's it for his turn. And I'll send the other one to sit in between Chill and Enna, just poised, ready, like heckling up, just like ready to try to like pounce or anything to intercept him if he tries to, if he gets free and tries to flee.
Well, he's pretty well taken care of at this point, but okay.
I'm just saying, crazier things have happened.
Sure. Okay, Zionese. Everyone seems to be rushing to the left door.
Yeah, I see that. I'm going to... I want to just, come up to this door corner so I can see in between the door and the corner. A little crack in there.
Sure.
And I'm just going to I'm just going to prepare a Dispel Magic in case he tries to pull anything.
Okay.
And have that prepared.
Cool.
All right. I would like to cast Suggestion on him. And tell him that stop struggling now and divulge all the information. Do not lie.
You got to move to where you can see him.
Are we going by regular,
Well, the spell says you have to...
No, I was making sure that this was 30 feet. I can move right over here and see him.
Should be fine.
I mean, since Kahoo is on top of Chill.
Yeah, no. You can see him. Chad's got him. He's on the ground.
Okay, just making sure. All right, what's his wisdom saving throw?
I don't know yet. I'm reading.
Wait, I thought my spell DC was 14.
It would say on your spell sheet, but if it got messed up when you did the massive thing.
How do I check to make sure that's correct?
Your spell DC is going to be 8 plus proficiency modifier plus your charisma modifier. So it should be 11 plus your charisma modifier.
Yeah, 14. So why does it say 13?
Does it say your proficiency modifier is a +3? Or does it say +2?
It just says 2. How do I add it?
It's because at the top of your character sheet, you have to restate that you're level 8.
Here's the question. Is your DC probably is more than 10, correct?
Yeah, because it's 8 plus proficiency modifier, which defaults to 11.
Okay. So he rolled a natural 8 plus 0, so he fails his wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
So what was your suggestion?
Told him to stop struggling and that he would divulge all the information that we have requested of him, and not to lie, to be honest and divulge it.
Okay. He stopped struggling, Chad.
I continue to hold him. I'm not going to let up.
What is it that you need from me?
Why are you seeking me?
I have been hired by an unknown source that I do not know, with others, to find you, to capture you, and take you down to Dewhurst.
We're at in Dewhurst.
Undisclosed location, we would be told later.
Then who hired you by proxy for this unknown?
Just some job I got in a bar.
Are you part of the Shadow Hand?
No, I am not.
How many others were hired along with you?
5.
Can I insight check him to make sure that he's not like resisting or something from the spell?
Sure. You told him to tell the truth, and as you know the spell, he should be telling the truth.
The other 5 that were hired, are they in the temple? Where are they at in town looking for me?
We infiltrated the temple and we were waiting for your return. I know not where they are now. I've been in this room for quite a while.
Can you describe these men if we had someone record it so we could keep an eye out, or can you point these men out?
Possibly.
All right, guys, what do you think we should do with him?
Chill hasn't had lunch yet.
Give them to the guards.
Chad, do you know of anybody that we could trust with this? Our luck with the guards have been hit or miss.
Plus, he did get out of the rope
Yeah, that's what I'm fearful of.
while being guarded.
I don't think there should be any more bloodshed. We've lost many people as of late, but I don't want him to go free, potentially, sabotaging us, rounding up the rest of his lot.
Send Tom to get a contingent of guards to take him and put him under arrest.
Okay. I'm going to send Kahu out to try to find Satine to give us a hand here real quick, if he can be found.
As you guys are sending people, Tom, Satine, a few other acolytes are coming, hearing the commotion.
Satine comes in. I'm going to be like, you've been infiltrated. There are 5 others. This man knows them, can point them out, but this man did free himself from his bondage and was almost had almost escaped, and he attacked us upon entry. So we need to get guards here, and we need to take care of this now before it's a larger threat.
Well, this is very disconcerting news. We aren't used to having to have a lockdown, per se, as this is just a simple temple. Do you believe that they will leave if you do?
Are you telling me that I should forgo whatever we are doing to go to Dewhurst to answer this head on?
No, simply saying perhaps there's a way, if they are following you, to do whatever you do to send them somewhere else.
If it is Revorhu's wishes that we slaughter more people, unbeknownst whether or not they're guilt,
No. I'm saying simply take care of this one. The guards would be appropriate. And if there are others potentially still here, as I did not see them the first time, perhaps you all could go somewhere they cannot find you.
He's asking us to lead them away.
I'm giving a couple of options. You could
well,
rest and take your final trial. Perhaps they could not find you. Well, I know they cannot find you there. Perhaps you can find somewhere else to lay low for a few days as we
all due
could get our
respect,
ranks into order.
You do understand, unbeknownst to you and your people, that these 6 people came inside your temple, infiltrated your temple, and could have potentially wrought even more terror upon you in such a trying time as most were getting ready, in a state of chaos for dragon attack and such. And that if these people are still out there actively searching for me, they could easily inflict damage and other things to people, in their haste
Is the guy still under the spell?
Says concentration for up to
He appears so.
for 8 hours.
Did you guys have any plans to do any harm to anyone but Zan?
We had plans to take your lot and make sure that we could extract him carefully. We only came for him, but if you got in the way, we would make sure it wasn't a bother.
But you weren't going to do anything to anyone else. Were there any in your company that might have caused harm to anyone but Zan, regardless of whether they were in the way of Zan?
As I said, you 6, you 5 plus him. That's all we were worried about.
Okay, so I don't think there any harm to anyone else here. If we can lead them away, I think that would be the best thing to do here.
The choice is up to you. I hear what you're saying, Zan, Falcon, and I wholeheartedly agree that no one else should be hurt, and if it puts the acolytes here at risk, I do not want to take that risk. But there is something to be said for either facing them as they wish harm upon you, or simply evading them. I don't know. I'm not good with these sorts of things.
Well, my friends, Satine, before we conclude with this gentleman here and turn him over to a contingency of guards, is there any information in which that you would like, seeing that they have trespassed upon your temple and have taken from you?
Did you harm any acolytes to gain entrance to our ranks? No, we just stole a couple of robes. It was really easy. Very well. I believe once this matter is taken care of, we should talk security.
I do agree. So talk to Tom. He can fill you in what Tom and I have spoke about. I believe that it may be a new development for you because this is definitely not the first we will see of this.
Very well.
And then I'm going to turn to the party. We should escort this gentleman with the guards since I can keep the spell going and told him not to resist so he doesn't resist the guards and we can deposit him. And then if you friends would love to join me in the tavern, we can have a rowdy night of drinking and, maybe potentially make our way outside of town just having a hoorah together. And if these figures pursue us, then maybe we should lay waste and capture them as well.
I could use a drink.
Okay, let's set a trap then. Beowulf is paying. Anybody else in?
I am not paying, sir.
Beowulf, I'll buy you one. Let's go.
Okay.
I don't let go of this guy, and I hold him by the collar until I can release him to the guards.
No, go ahead.
And maybe while we're drinking, Beowulf can share with us why he went, where he went, and what happened where he went.
Yeah, I want to know too.
All the things.
I mean, honestly, Beowulf's really lucky that, Zan kind of got sidetracked with this guy because Zan was probably going to try to knock your lights out because you kind of killed the guy that Zan saved.
You had one job.
Yeah, you had one job.
We killed the dragon. You went off somewhere.
You guys are mean.
You went to play with fairies.
Well, he can't be mad at you because you don't remember anything that happened.
I probably did really, really well and tried my best.
You don't understand. We fought a dragon, and I had 3 hit points taken away from me.
I went to a tea party.
If you want to speak technicalities,
You don't remember.
Gabby
What are all these
did-
crackers doing here?
Chitter did leave us, so as a result, Dalvor died.
I think you're making
As that
stuff
might
up.
be the case, Beowulf, I'm sorry, but in the telling and weaving of stories, you have done far shadier things since we've known you than Shitter has, and she's a
I
rogue.
seem to recall
Or he's a
he
rogue.
left you, and then somehow you got summoned to your Patreon.
Yeah, how did you live through
Are we
that?
having this conversation now? Because I don't even think we're at the bar, by the way.
We're
on
waiting
the
for
way.
the guards.
Typical Beowulf, right?
Typical Beowulf. Let's
That zany guy.
Canned laughter.
that crazy guy.
So, are you taking the guy to? You just gonna hand him off to guards, or you wanted to see?
No,
him?
I'm going to escort him if I'm going to keep him under.
But hang on.
Well, the wording of the spell, as long as I concentrate on it or whatever, it's good for 8 hours. So as long as that during that 8 hours, he's not going to struggle with anybody, right?
Okay,
Or will I
well,
have to
we
be
don't-
there?
But we don't
The
want the other guys to see us leading him out of the temple, right?
Well, I've got this wonderful disguise right here. I can put him in one of my costumes and disguise
That
kit
I
and
think
dress him up.
yeah, that would be good.
All right, boom. I want to use one of my costumes in my disguise kit to make him into an older, kind of wartly harem girl, kind of big wart, prosthetic nose, really dingy hair, kind of a twig in it, kind of like the old hag, and like really droopy bosom, kind of haltered and just kind of like bouncing off the knees, and just a really shabby looking dress and hairy legs and a worn out garter, and I apparently put a lot of thought into this, and disguise him as such and send him with the guards.
We escort him to the jail.
Yeah, because he can't resist me. He can't fight back. So
And when we get to the jail, I let them know that this guy's slippery and he shouldn't be left unobserved because he can escape fairly easily, and it's happened already once.
you believe that with the spell, if you continued to focus on it, he would be charmed.
okay, well then, yeah, I would dress him up as the harem hag. That's a good name for him, harem hag.
All right, make a disguise kit check.
It's supposed to be +1 more. That's another thing I need to fix. I'm not getting my 6 out of that. Something's
fine.
wrong.
We'll get it taken care of. Okay. Well, we'll leave it tonight. You dress him up to make him look like a ugly woman, and you guys are going to take him to jail, and then, unless your plans change, you're going to go drink and hope to get the shadows out of the shadows to go deal with them.
We yell
Sounds
as we leave the temple. We're yelling, "We're going to go to X name bar, whatever bar we're going to, and we're going
You
to
make
say
sure
really
to be loud about it. Yeah, and
extremely
deliberate.
loud."
What did you say, Gappy?
The plucked feather.
Yeah, the plucked feather.
It's a chain.
Is this that one?
You probably could have sold one of those rock feathers there for branding.
Do we see a crazy blind monk?
We'll be done for the evening.
No one is understanding what the heck we're talking about.
Beowulf, you understand you killed like my uncle, right?
I didn't directly do it, nor was
Like
it on
Dad
purpose.
Ward is like kin to me, like legit.
Okay, well, didn't do it on purpose. Yeah, Beowulf's sorry about it, but I mean, he didn't do it on purpose. There was no intent of, I want to kill Dadward behind the trip up to my Patreon. And anything, he meant well by going to where his Patreon was to get help in order to help with the dragon.
Hey, I got a question for you, Cooch.
Hmm.
Have you read Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream?
I know, I'm pretty sure I've read it, but I just don't remember it right now.
Your Patreon's name is actually from the book. It's pronounced Titania.
Yeah.
Titania.
I'm terrible with it.
Yeah, it's Titania.
Gotcha.
To make it easier, we'll make it titanium or tartar sauce.
Or both.
Titanium tartar sauce.
All right, well, we'll call that for tonight because we stuff and things.
It's been an amazing episode. Thanks, everybody.
I now own the Crazy Wisp.